anymore. Okay, there you go. This part right here. Spray some of our Scotch-Brite. Lucky it's a gel base, it doesn't like just drip all over. Kind of helps hold that in, you know. Yeah, Rust-Oleum, they make a lot of stuff, primer and everything. I didn't realize that. It's a pretty big company. You can get them at the auto parts store or even Home Depot or Lowe's or whichever hardware store that you have. They should carry it. You can hear the raindrop. Okay, there you go. This is the area here. This is where we really want to paint and make sure we protect our oil fuel tank right there. So get some on here, the Rust-Oleum, even though we really need to more sand it down. It's still kind of pretty clean metal though. But we want to make sure we want our enamel to actually stay on there. We want to make sure we want to get some grit sandpaper and kind of get a little bit more teeth in there. So when we spray our enamel, it'll stick a little bit better. With enamel, it's already black gloss coated, so we don't have to use primer over it or paint, which is a good sign. All right, so let's see if there's any more about them here. See one right here. Again, these are probably from us moving the bike and chiseling a little bit, so that's just expected. You can see here, it's not that much. Did we get this one right? I see a little spot here, but I'm not sure. If not, we'll do it again. Little buddy duddy there. Okay, get some of this guy. I think we're about right. Did we get this guy right? Yeah, we did. This guy we did right. I think the whole thing thorough. Now we can actually see from the other side that we couldn't see, so we get some of those guys there. Get some more on this. Yeah, we use this guy to scrub our cylinder head, to take our carb. And now we're using him to dabble. So Scotch-Brite does a lot of things. Game Scotch-Brite. You don't have to use a new one. You should use one for the whole job here. Okay, look how bad this guy is. So let's go and get him up there. Much better. Let this eat the rust that's eating our metal. How about that? Good way of saying it. There we go. There we go, that we just broke off, I believe. Or it broke off of us, I can't remember now. Okay, that one's done. This one's, I think, is pretty much it. All I can think of is we can try to focus. Did we get that yet? Can't tell. Because it's almost like it shows wet, but it doesn't show wet. So we'll get some more on there. It was like almost like saliva. There we go. All right. Now we can see on the other side really clearly if there's any rust that we couldn't see from front of it. And we can knock that one out. I think that's about it either for this guy. Just these guys are ready. I mean, this one right here looks like it can use a little bit more in there. Definitely right there. Look at that. Rusty dusty. Aluminum doesn't get rust, so that's a good sign. They just crack. Alright. I think we're good. These are the copper sprays, not rust. That's from the transmission gasket. What I did when this was spinning, I took a towel and let it just kind of wipe itself there. Self-clean itself. But hopefully dirt won't attract it too much. I know there's still some build-up here. Right here we have, sorry, see. It's not shock-proof. There's some build-up here from the old Moly graphite grease I put in here for the bushing of our Kickstarter. So we'll probably want to get that thoroughly cleaned up because we don't need it anymore. We're not using it. We're not using it to hold any bushing or anything. So I'm just doing a visualization. I think this might be a little bit rusty here. So let me just dab it. And make sure we come back to all these areas here and wipe it off that material. There we go. See this right there? Back and dab it. Alright, let's go around behind the scene now. I'm sure this is okay now. It's going down or up. Spray some ahead of time. So we see it, we can just dab it right here a little bit lightly, but not much. The other side might be needed more. I know our handlebars, we could have done it before we sealed it, but I think it's fine. Should be okay there. I'm not sure we did this guy, but he's done there. Lift him up. Let's get that guy out of the way. Alright, so these are the behind the scenes area. I'm not seeing any too bad. Let's see how this guy did all the way up top. He was okay, but just in case we'll have to seal that one better, do something better for that one. Maybe get a bigger crankcase ventilation connection to it. Yep, that one right there. Okay, here we go. Yeah, these ones right here we couldn't see before when we were on the other side. We can also look the other way now. So let's go bring this bottle here. This one we did prior, you can see how it's left in there. It turns into like some kind of weird, nasty gel gunk. I'll try to get out and so that way I can show you what it looks like. Let me go probe it here with our leftover tie strap. This is what happened when I sprayed it in there. I left it in there. It comes like almost like a caramelized sugar. Yep, but the bolts will probably dry it in, so we're good. Alright, so let me go and bring this guy here. Alright. Let me get the battery plugged into it. Yep, these are all necessary steps we gotta get taken care of, or else we're gonna have problems down the road. Okay, let's go and spray a little bit more on this guy. Get him ready to dab somewhere else. Oh, there's the license plate sticker on this one. This one shows really clear. I didn't realize I had two of them. I guess on this side it looks as vehicle meets all dot and required made in China. So you guys know this is a Chinese scooter. The model. It's 2012, but they released. Okay, you can see here it's been setting for a good 20 minutes now, and you can see here I didn't do anything to it. I didn't rub it or anything. You can see, remember, it was kind of a sort of like a rusty color. The serial number here on the bike frame, you can see how it's actually getting much more lighter metal exposed now. So again, let's just let it sit here. You can see that some of the rust area there is becoming more of a silver color versus that tan coffee color. So in the meantime, let's just let it sit here. What we can do is probably just change our brake caliper correctly. And it's going to be a little bit messy, so we'll get like a little pan underneath it really quickly. And I'm going to show you how to put the new brake caliper on here and change it. That guy's carrying a tree with oranges. Anyway, let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and set the brake here. We're going to go and change. I'm going to show you how to take out the brake caliper, change out the shoes. We're going to swap it out. And then that'll give us enough time for the other ones to set out. So let's go and do that. There we go. We'll put it all in here. That way, any dirt that comes off of it. And let's go and get our new brake caliper, replacement one. We're going to use a new one. We could just swamp the bolts and be done with, but I want to take this opportunity to actually show you how. Oh, sorry. Show you how to actually stabilize the camera. No. There we go. I want to take this opportunity to show you pretty much how to remove the brake pads here. So you see me how I've unmounted it. Now you're going to see me how I actually take out the brake pads. So you're going to need some Allen bolts or Allen driver, and maybe it's good to actually show how to actually take out. Okay, it's not shockproof. Look at that, it's just pouring now. Yeah. So we're going to do everything inside here. Try clean, spick and span. Okay, so we're going to take out the brake shoes first, and then we're going to need to compress this guy here. You can still compress them without opening the valve. That way we don't get any of our top guy head. We're going to put some pressure on it. Air is going to be squeezed out a certain way. So what we're going to do is take the shoes out. We're going to swap the shoes from this one, and we're going to put it for this one. Not that it's any better right now, but we just want to go ahead and put our. That way I can show you how to change out the shoes if you ever need to. So you take off your brake assembly, or you don't even have to actually. You can take the shoes out still without it. but you'll need to compact it. So you're going to need a C-clamp to compact the shoes, and then you're going to need the right Allen socket to take the threads that drive these guys in here. Sorry, you can't see. Okay, let me go and angle this guy back. Okay, so you're going to need the Allen screws to take these guys out. This one has it on the other side right here. Whoa, look at that. It's so cold, it's raining hail. I mean, not literally saying that, but yeah, it's hail in California. You can see a little ice. By the time it makes it down, it's already frozen in these raindrops. See there? Yeah. It's alright, a little moisture ain't gonna hurt us. Maybe we probably want to work in a little bit more, huh? Just to make sure. Oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful California weather here? Oh my gosh. It's raining. Alright, now it's calmer. Kind of scooped us a little bit. That's fine, we can wipe it down. Okay, so what we're going to do is get ready to take this guy off. So we're just, when we get this guy off, a lot of brake fluid's going everywhere. So it'll probably be best to actually get the Allen screws to take one brake shoes out first. That way this slides out, because these things are long threaded in there. So let's go and get that Allen bolt here. Good time to use our new Allen set connections here. Let's open this up and see how it works. Okay. Guys are nice. Let's check it out. This is a nice case. We can probably even use this case for the ones that we don't use, the Allen socket area, and put the ones that we do use. Oh, I opened it backwards. Luckily it stayed in put, huh? Ta-da! That's what it's supposed to be. Okay, so what we're going to do is find the right one to fix it. So they should be the same for both. Let's check out this guy. Yep, first shot right there. This is the one. It's snug as a bug. Okay, so we're going to take our little socket here and drive him out. A little bit more strength this way, actually. Okay, so here we go. And you can actually use a little bit of grease too to help put it in there. And a lot of people also use blue Loctite for the vibration. That should be okay. There we go, look at that. It's coming out. A long little thread head. We're just taking our shoes out, but if you want to, you're going to see me disassemble the other one completely. This one, we're just going to scoot it back. There we go. This is really nice. Dries really well. A lot of threads here. Okay, there we go. This one's out too. It's just there. Just kind of pull it out like this. Kind of yank it out forward a little bit. It's just slide out. There's no more threads. Just that little short area right there is thread. So you can see here, this one will probably slip out. If I'm not mistaken, there should be something that's holding it. So if it still doesn't come out, what you're going to need is that C-clamp. You're going to apply a little pressure. Got to do it both areas. Just take one of these little Harbor Freight C-clamp. They're just good enough. You can't really use the actual brake tool. Those things are a little too big for auto. But these ones work perfect. See that? Just make sure you put on there. I think it might let you compress it now. There you go. See that? You're driving it, you're wedging it. So that one's compressed. Because there's not enough strength, unfortunately. See that? Now it's coming. This wants to pop itself out. Careful, don't do it too much. It still has an incline. So there is a pin clip that actually holds it together as well. So you can see here, I didn't pull it all the way out. That's my fault. Let me go and pull it all the way out. Right. Okay, there you go. Look at that. Just Geronimo itself. See that little pin clip there? You don't want to damage that clip by protruding it out. But that just gives you a little bit more slack so you can actually get started pulling these guys out here. Okay, let's see. There you go. They're held by a little spring, a little clip spring there. You can see there's spring there. And you can see this has a little moly graphite grease. That's the only place I put moly graphite grease is in these threads area. So it can actually rides on it pretty smoothly. Might have to push down on this like this. It'll relieve it from the pressure because it looked like this was lifting up and bending this guy up like this. it was, you know, creating a little lock on it. So there you go. That's it. That's pretty much how you remove your brake pads. So simple as that. We're going to transfer these NCY ones over. We're going to wipe it clean. Let's get some shop rags here. Get some shop rags. The other ones are brand new also, but we'll just transfer the blues NCY one over. That way you guys can see the difference. Now, when you do put your brake assembly back in, we're going to swap it. Well, actually, why swap it? Because we're pretty much going to discard this guy, so he's worthless to us right now because the banjo bolt area is broken. But we could probably salvage some of the parts, you know what I mean? Like this part here, this plate here. So this one has a new plate already, so it's not like we need that plate, but so we'll leave that one there. I don't want to use any of the old rubbers from it because they're probably brittle and worn out, just like tires that have an expiration date. All right, so we got that squared away. Let's make sure we don't get our tools in this pan here. Let's just wipe this clean. We don't worry about the retracting it. We could scrap this for parts. The thing we couldn't use for parts is his pistons and also his brakes here, right? But in the meantime, you don't want to get these calipers that they get pushed all the way in. There's going to be brake fluid leaking all over the place. So I'm going to get a plastic bag ready to put this guy in it because he's going to want to spill brake fluid everywhere. Oh, I shouldn't have to. Well, I might as well. See, that's the moly graphite grease from it. So this guy's probably going to be clean. Use for scraps, maybe spare bolts that we might need. We can't find these bolts, you know, commonly at the hardware store. So we can use their square brake parts here. Okay, so that's it. That's pretty much how open. There's a little clip here. I would take it out and show you right now. Get a piece of plier here. It's just a little mechanism, interlocks. So when you clean your brakes, it goes a certain way. Once these things get pushed, I can push them all the way now if you want. That way you guys can see it. This thing goes all the way in like this, so you could do it this way. Prevents you from having to go further in. So you can go from the back and push it in there. It doesn't matter as long as you get in there. Let's go ahead and tidy up. You can lift up a little bit more. Give yourself a little bit more work room. I believe this is going to push in, which drives. Actually, it won't flush all the way in until you actually angle a certain direction. So probably see if I can get much as I can in like this way. How about that? Okay, ready? So you can drive it all the way in. See the pistons? They easily drive in. Then you can scoot in a little bit more to get a little bit more surface coverage. There it is. Pistons all the way in. Now this pressure is being applied on the brake hose, which is forcing the air to go to the other side of the thing, unless the banjo bolt is loose. But if it was really loose, you could see brake fluid coming out of the banjo bolt area. But it hasn't shown us that, so that banjo bolt is permanently fixed in there. Okay, we could do the same dive for this one as well, just like we did the other one. This one's gonna be a little hard to get to, but I think you can go a little bit longer ways in there. There we go. I think. Let's see. I think you can. There we go. There we go. Look at that. There's enough distance there for us to reach it. Then we can squeeze it in. There you go. Look at that. Beautiful. There you go. We did it all in one shot right there. So now we know we can use this to do the same thing on the new one. So yeah, the C-clamp works a miracle. You don't want to take a hammer and keep on pounding on the piston. They call it piston. Oh, look at that. You put one in, the other one comes out too. So let's try to do both evenly. There we go. Now we're squeezing both in there. There you go. See? They're both flush now. And that's what you want to do. You want to rest it all in there, push all the gunk, so new brake fluid can actually be introduced properly, or the air. So that one's there. See, it's all flushed back there. Now you can put this back if you're about to assemble this again. But we're going to take this out, clean it up for parts. This is what we're robbing from it. Hopefully this stays up here. Little metal or plastic, whatever you have. It's really good. So before we break this out and get brake fluid everywhere, let's go ahead and just get the other one ready with our new one. Okay, same thing we'll do with this one. We're going to open it up. apply this, and then we're gonna look to see if it has enough grease to roll. See that? You can see the rail right there. This one's clearly, you see the rail right there. Okay, we want to apply the moly graphite onto the rails a little bit. Then we're gonna apply some blue Loctite on these ones as well before we bolt it down. The vibration and everything in the GY6 is always gonna be top. We're gonna use the same. The socket here that I use, I'm not sure how this goes, but it says 5. That's what it says here. It says number 5. See? It says 5. Nico CRV 5. Nico is the brand, but 5 is the one. 5, I guess, is the number of it. The number of the Allen. It's really nice. Dries in much more better than just your regular hand one. It feels much more easier to handle, and we'll be able to torque things down lefty loosey. Let's go and crack that open. Yeah, this is a really good thick because the NCY one, not even used yet. It's only like maybe not even this was like give you 20% more, the stock one. But let's see how performance wise goes for the NCY one. Okay, so let's go and loosen this guy up. We'll have to back him all the way up. You can see here when it's brand new, they already flushed it for you, the piston. It's pretty much brought all the way back there. But if it isn't, just use your C-clamp tool. This one's a nice shiny one. It has new Banjo bolts area. So we'll probably again use these new washers as well, because this one looks like has a pretty good amount of grease on there and dirt. But we'll save it though. We'll clean it and save it for a backup. Because again, these parts are hard to find. There we go. Unless you order it online, but they're just hard to find locally. I'm not even sure that was the right Banjo bleeder bolt that we got from the auto parts store. It sure wasn't, because it just broke off easily once it's in there. Alright, there we go. It's loose. Once you see the thread comes out, the rest is just actually just having you pull it. Okay, so we're going to pull it. We're going to pull like that. See? This one's a really nice, well, they're all the same, but it's a really nice brand new one. I like that little pink, sort of a electroplated color a little bit. Solid piece of rod like that. It's going to have the compression springs. Well, this also has a little hook too, which the NCY one doesn't, because it's universally fit for a front or a rear. So it doesn't have the hook one. This prevents, I guess, from further vibrating off or something out of alignment. But you've got these two already though, so I guess they really want to be certain. You can slide out this way, kind of curve it over this guy's area here, the humpy area. See that brake shoes feels really nice. Okay, look at this guy. He's being pushed. See that right? That little C clamp there, or that little spring, that metal thing right here. That's one that pushes up on it, keeps it in place. And you can just push down on it. There, it pops out. So these are the new ones. Just remember the facing direction it goes. It goes this way like this. Okay, it goes in like that. See, one of them can only go this far. So it goes to the first level here. It doesn't. The inside can't go any more protruding in because of that little, see that little rigid on top here. Prevents this guy from smashing the bottom part like this guy, or heating itself. It won't anyway, because the brake pads are in between the disc brakes. So you got the disc brakes in between here like this. But yeah, you'll see it goes like this, like right here. Kind of gives you out of view. And then the rails. The rail's the one that holds and digs into both of these guys together like these. Okay, so we're going to put a new one now. Okay, so we're going to put this guy. You can keep them in here. They're brand new. This is the one, just clean it out. Get a clean side of this rag here. There's nothing you can do to prep up the piston. You don't want to open it up. The only way you can probably open it up is push air to it and it pops itself out. But you definitely don't want to take a needle nose or anything, try to pull it out that way. It's just, there's no need to. But you can clean it though, just to have no sludge or anything built on it. There you go. Alright, so here we go. Now we're going to go prepare it to assemble our new NCY exchange, put it on there, a new brake caliper. And then we're going to get our blue Loctite ready, as well as a moly graphite grease to put these guys here. Not these ones, but the new ones. So let me go ahead and This one, I believe, was the old one. The new one's right here. They all look the same. They're universal fit. So put these guys aside. Prepare this one here with our Loctite and Moly graphite grease. Those are pretty much the two I'm going to use to reassemble these ones. Where's the Moly graphite? There we go. I got our blue Loctite, our never ending. Red locker there. Careful you do that and use it really careful in that certain area, because you don't want to go overboard and go everywhere around it. Let me go and find my I think I put it in here, or I had put it in there, but maybe put it back in here. Nope. Find it here. There we go. Right in there. Yeah. I wouldn't use, grease, synthetic bearing grease or anything like that. I think these are just fine because it can handle heat. Just in case it gets hot over there, the rail area. Depending how strong you brake. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to apply some Moly graphite here so that way these guys can ride smoothly on the rails. But you don't want to go so much where it drips off and gets into your brake pads. That's definitely where you don't want the grease to actually fall into, just like our CV setup. So there we go. Just use a cap or whatever. Just take a little bit pinky. That's it. That's enough for both, actually, or more than enough. So I'm going to try to wipe it a little excessive off of my finger. Perfect. Close it back up. Don't want any dirt to just fall right in easily. Okay, so you're going to do is just apply a little bit in that area where it spins on us. Assuming it's going to be this area here and the other area over there. Okay, this area too. Let's kind of separate it a little bit, but so there's no need to put smack in the center at all. When it puts in, you'll probably rub it all around anyway, or it will rub it all around anyway. Okay, so that one's done. Help the friction of the brakes pads collapsing and so on. You could do it this way, it's optional. It'll still work without it, but it lessens the wear on your anything friction caused from brake pads there. Allows it to ride a little bit smoother. That's it. Kind of spread it out. Okay, go back to this guy here. He had a little too much on him initially. There. All right. Okay, so now we got that one good. I'm gonna wipe my hands clean so I can prepare the red Loctite, or just my pinky really. That's why I don't use my pinky. Okay, so here's our new brake assembly. I don't think this is, it's probably molded marks. Can't really get any more dirt out of that one. So that was it. Okay, we're gonna put this back. You remember it goes a certain way. This little thin part, the little thin strip with the little pokey things, faces outward. The little long finger beetle faces upward. The little hump goes over the hump here. Okay, so this is the way it goes. It should clip on. There you go. You just clip it on there. You're gonna apply some pressure when you actually put that, so don't do it now. You will apply pressure once you put both of them in there. And we're gonna put our new and the thing with NCY one, they're interchangeable. So you can put this from front or back. They're not like this one here where it has that little hook. That means that indicates this needs to stay facing us, not to the caliper. Not to the caliper backside anyway. So this needs to come out here so it can make the loop here. But the NCY ones, they're universal, so we can use either one. I'll prefer this one here because it looks like the NCY shows a little bit more better. Okay, so you just put that in there. What you do is you want to preset it. So you want to make sure this guy gets in there first like this, okay? And now with this guy, they're going to TP together anyway. But the thing about this one is you need to make it go over that little hump right away because it's not going to go over after you put the bolts in there. So you want to go ahead and lay this guy flat right here. This guy can wobble anywhere you want to. He's fine. Just let him do this way. He'll move back and forth anyway. He's going to rock himself. But this guy needs to be stationed. His foot cannot go over that little hump there. You see that? Remember that little bump on that little thread? See, his foot never goes anywhere. It's just like right there. He can lean forward, but his foot needs to lock behind that little metal of that clip. So make sure that one gets stationed there. And then you can go ahead and apply pressure, like push it down like this way, okay? When you actually put the thread in there. Might be easier just go ahead and put the threads in there now. I believe there's threads in here, but I think it locks mainly in here. So what we're going to do is apply our blue Loctite. It's going to get a little messy. Let me see. I think we can do is go ahead and apply our blue Loctite. And I just picked it up with my greasy hands again. Alright, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and apply some blue Loctite now on it. And then we're going to go and put it on there. I would put in a thread because I don't want to take the chance of it dripping all the way down and locking our brake pads together or anything like that, causing a little bit more dirt and debris. So I'd rather just put on the threads of the nuts itself right here. So I'm going to do it right here. When it pops and it comes out like crazy. Come on, don't tell me you're ending now. Actually, it might be clogged. I can't believe it clogged. It usually never clogs. Wow, it clogged, huh? Interesting. Yeah, I feel like the air pressure's not even letting it come out. So let me see if I can poke it with a pin real quick. Where's my pin? Let's take one of these guys here. Set this down. So this one we can put away. Unbelievable. It never clogs up. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Now it wants to come out and play. Oh, boy. Alright, here we go. Just a little bit. Should be fine. It'll thread itself in. Okay. Close it back up. Our never ending thread locker never lets us down. Might be hard to get out sometimes, but never lets us down still. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, first of all, wipe my hands clean because I don't want to get blue thread Loctite in any other area that doesn't need to be. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put pressure here, right? Put pressure here. Now it's easier to do and change these guys when they're off the thing. You could twist it many times, but when you are working and sorry clamped down and this is bolted onto your brake caliper or your swing arm or wherever it's holding it, this is not going to bolt onto your disc brake. It's going to break onto your swing arm. Okay, and it's much easier because I can turn around like this freely and rotate it. Oh, you can see here it popped out. You can see there it's over that hump, and that's not what you want. So what we're going to do is got to bring it back.